No. The only hero when the team Avengers. The only hero Batman, Superman.
Say no, you mano.
Mingi mano.
What is DSC based on Batman Avengers?
Star Wars. But Bibia or share even on his continent. He doesn't even know the proponents and all the. We don't even create heroes within the African continent.
How should we get it?
So
those are the things they should be talking about.
So I told you that
the state.
So I told you that
country Ghana must have the consciousness to empower people.
So I told you that we don't have. I told you we don't have stories.
Do you get it?
I told you that.
Kasa, let me tell you.
First of all, I'm chair for I share for you now more online. This issue is an interesting one.
I tell you.
And funny enough, I agree with Kanayu. This is indeed a sensible nonsense. It is sensible to say or to see something has society in a negative way, and for you to even try to find solution to it. It is very sensible. But then, if you are able to find a problem and you try to find a solution to it, and your solution does not amount to anything, it is nonsense. You see this solution or supposed solution that we think we are doing, it is a knee-jerk approach. In the sense that technology in itself is at a very fast rate. We don't know how to catch up. We are not proactive, but we want to be reactive and find solutions to it. And that is what is causing us to find the easiest way out, which is what? Bang. You see, in terms of you producing stuff for yourself, you are handicapped.
Say, produce films and
oh, you're handicapped.
Okay.
In the first place, producing content for yourself, you are handicapped. And when I say producing, I mean in all aspects, from movies to food to everything. We are handicapped. And here I'm not talking about Ghana alone. I'm talking about even the African continent. Let me be specific: Ghana and Nigeria. We are handicapped. So this particular market has become an open market where, because we are handicapped in even our production, we are open. Obia to me the bibiba. You see, China, in terms of production, they are never handicapped. So the moment you enter China, you see your WhatsApp, a cat. Obia can't just mean so. It goes off. You can't use WhatsApp in China. To me, unless you change your VPN into a different country. And even that one, you see the whole country with its technological advancements, they control what gets in and out of their space. In terms of technological advancement on how we control the things that come in and out of our space, what is our level in doing that, in even controlling? So, Asamoah is a Ghanaian. Michael Essien is a Ghanaian. Asamoah is living in Ghana, cannot advertise for a betting company. Michael Essien is also a Ghanaian, but is not living in Ghana. It's advertising for a betting company. And it's being shown in Ghana. Because even in terms of technological advancements, now they block it.
True.
So what are we doing? You see, until we find ways of even measuring the things that are coming in, we should forget about gagging the things in here.
Because Gaming Commission to find out the entire Omo Abane Yankrofono. One question I may be Deputy Director of Gaming Commission and say, ofa phone. Na se obi bie betting site na. Ohu Davido was so in Ghana. When the man saw the man, Omo catch them and say, Yan Davido Diana was so no one register in our jurisdiction.
Exactly.
Enti Omo ni upper hand the also.
Exactly. So you see, in other words, you see,
and so how?
But you see, in China will not come and tell you didn't register WhatsApp in their jurisdiction or whether you did in their jurisdiction or not.
Yep.
They are cutting you off. You know the policy America is doing against TikTok.
Very interesting.
TikTok as an app.
Yep.
They are even gazetting a law.
Yes, you see.
It's either they sell it to an American or they get off their space. And they can cut them off. They don't need the approval of TikTok. But here in Ghana, we need the approval of that betting company the video is, advertising for, in order not for them to even come and show it in our jurisdiction. Is it a joke?
Yes, Togo guy not the same. Adebayo, Otegana. Most of his life Otegana.
Yeah. He spends most of his time.
Advertising my betting company we were from.
And you see, it is being shown on our DSTVs. Now, maybe our biggest problem is not catching up with technology.
No.
How many parents, I'll come to the movie side. Okay. How many parents even know, say me kita iPhone, na me ba kita iPhone. I can control what my child sees, even with mine. No phone so. How many? In our space. See, even sensitization of like the minds of the people, form. In terms of education, you see parents with their kids who are minor online. Kaseway, you say wait. Recently, me am shaming when I saw minors being used as advertising tools for political parties.
Yes, I saw that
on TikTok.
But there are a lot of them in adverts on TV.
Exactly my point. So if you don't find ways of being proactive, you see, whatever is starting small would be big.
Sure.
We shouldn't lose sight of that. So if we don't have ways of being proactive to solve these situations, even when it comes to technology, we are failed. In fact, we are so many years behind, which is why now movies, visuals is more or less like a mirror or an indirect mirror of the society we live in. You see the people who create the content about money rituals, ritual killings, and whatever, they don't conjure them out of space. It is out of the things that are happening around us, which is what they use in creating those contents. And you know why they get the eyeballs? It is because the people themselves can relate. If there is no relatability, forget, you will not. You will not. It will take a lot for you to do it. So in order for you, if you think you want to minimize some of these things, these are some of the things that I think we can do to help. And not use that particular knee-jerk approach that they are using. These people are working. They are doing business. And I am glad that Manziba said something. That you see the tobacco company, the alcoholic beverages and whatever, it is either you are taking them off your space completely or you are giving a certain license or measures in order even for you to even sensitize the people's minds to a certain direction. The people that are owning these companies, they will find another way. It will shock you.
To come back.
Take them out of the entertainment space and they will use these same politicians. And let's see if these politicians will have the balls to say we are banning them.
They can't.
Weed is illegal in Ghana, isn't it?
No, but now it's legalized.
No,
not smoking.
Not,
yes, but
yes. Maybe I'm talking about an open contest.
Okay.
Have you seen somebody advertising for weed?
No.
Have you seen? It's been taken off completely. You don't want alcohol in your space, take it off. Don't let the company operate. It's as simple as that. If you think you need that company's money,
tax.
If you think you need that company's money, find a way to control it from the ground. From the ground in America. Before you go for an event, even in the UK, before you even go for an event, you need to carry your ID along.
Yeah.
Because there are certain places, if you don't show your ID, if you like, have gray hair from Utri Sukosi Unase, you will not enter.
In America, they did the same to me.
I have a challenge with taking the product completely off.
Yes,
you see, so since we can't do it,
show me card and someone to
But I said it. Yeah, I said it
exactly. So you see a country that.
A second, I'm just speaking into what you're saying. We don't advertise tobacco or cigarette.
Yeah.
But you see people smoking or the influencers
in videos
smoking. So what does it do?
The big men when they are doing parties, you see them.
They show it. You see, we are just confused. We are just declaring ourselves and like the people that we are calling them influencers, they are in our community. So before the invention of technology, when we are seeing these people online calling them influencers,
no, we are more fans.
No, we had big men, popular people in our area.
You see them.
Yes, and those people
are all influencers.
No, yes, and they are all influencers. So let's not go into the entertainment space and go and gag them and say they are the only influencers.
No, but
do you know a certain popular person who is in the area? See, there are certain people who are very popular, but online nobody knows them.
Yeah.
But when you go on ground, forget. Ejako's presence online is zero.
So what are you saying?
Ejako's presence online is zero, but go on the grounds. You will see the kind of people he influences on the grounds. So you see, let's not use that influencer. And here, when we say influencer, you are doing now to see online.
Social media.
Oh, social media. Oh, the person who is in entertainment. If a politician is smoking, do you know the kind of influence the politician has? But a politician compared to a musician is seen as an influencer and a celebrity than a politician.
No, but you're not allowed to smoke in public. So that the kids in the community
you see.
Oh, but the same musicians smoke.
And we are saying
see countries that are serious. Countries that are serious, yeah. In order for them to project certain areas and certain things in their country, Ghana, we have one of the brilliant ideas of making Ghana a tourism destination country, which is the Beyond the Return and Year of Return project. Yeah. It is one of the brilliant ideas. You see a country that is serious is giving tax incentives and rebates to creatives in the movie industry for them to project certain areas, certain ideologies, certain storylines. So when you go to America, you think the people who do movies and project America in the greatest of all countries, they do it because they love America. They have incentives. You do a story in a certain line that projects the country in a certain way. There are incentives there.
Yeah, there are funds.
So you get it.
Maybe. So it is not. So they didn't use this knee-jerk approach to say, "Oh, don't use violence, don't use sex, don't use this, don't use that." Already, technology nanka say failing.
But when they were eradicating the people's mindset on the 419, they don't use it.
Okay, could you
exactly?
They use movies.
So and in that movie, maybe in that same movie, in eradicating people's mindset on 419, somebody had to play the role of being the 419er.
Yes. Yes.
So if today
they are not called like
we want to cut them off. We are indeed limiting these people, taking them out of business without even giving them incentives.
But
tell every filmmaker in Nigeria that we want to minimize the effect of money rituals, ritual killings, and other stuff in our space. We have a fund of $2 million.
Good.
Any person that is able to project a film in this line has an access to $200,000 or $10,000, and see how many of them will not do it.
And cartoons.
And you see,
and the cartoons.
Even in our space, there is an influx of other visual streaming platforms in our space, of which we self can't even control. You know how many people we sit in this country or we sit in Africa and we hail Netflix, we hail this, we hail that. Do you know how many people consume those contents in here? The porn industry. The last time there was a research on countries that consume porn online.
What's it Ghana?
Na Nigeria need kind. Sisi Ghana overtaking. Do we produce porn in this country?
Yes.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Yet,
No, we
yet,
do.
no.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Oh,
We do.
do we produce porn in this country?
Yes, we
no.
do.
Yes.
No, we don't produce porn.
We do.
You in the center, no. But
Kojo,
But we are the highest consumers when it comes to that content. And even if we do produce in this country, with the ones that we consume the more, it's not even ours.
For that one I get you, but we produce porn in this
No,
country.
but so you see.
may I call the next topic?
So you see, let's not give a knee-jerk approach to issues. Let's not be reactive. But because if we don't tackle the thing from source, which is if we can't even block the ones that are coming in our space, if we think putting that pressure on our people would solve it, we are a joke. Just like we've made a joke of ourselves when we think, banning celebrities and popular people in Ghana from advertising alcoholic beverages and betting companies it has not done anything. No. In fact,
I'm not really getting
it has not done anything.
It has not increased.
It has not done anything. You know why it has not done anything?
No.
You know why I am very confident to say it has not done anything? Because this particular policy that they even brought and East Nigerians brought, was it based on any form of research? No.
Are you sure?
Oh, come on. Wouldn't they have stated this?
Got up and
they are all assumptions.
I don't believe so.
Parents and guardians are competent.
Of course.
The commission has said.
Yes, the gaming commission. Did they bring any substantive research to what?
They can't say it in a vacuum.
No.
The fact that said they did not mention that that doesn't mean that.
That is irrelevant. No, if you want to convince somebody,
but show it because FDA didn't show us data when
did they? They didn't.
Gaming commission they didn't show
They
us
didn't.
Listen, I agree.
On what research was it based?
But you see, let me say this. You see, the fact that we didn't show, we didn't tell.
Country anymore.
The fact say, Obiso bekan bi aron tell on so insurance.
By semeyadie. Now person me jai. Now it is based on the effect ade na me and enya won crofo so. Now one be tell me say, ade a wuye nkrofo 5,000. Nkrofo 2,000 enya nsusu and so say wo mo so a.
But
how do you expect to even convince me to understand to even stop in the first place?
No, you are complicating the whole issue.
I am not complicating anything.
Media, first of all, media has mileage. Number one. Number two, there are influencers everywhere. They are not only in the media. However, they can say, okay, you can smoke. You can't smoke in public places or public space. You do so in your closet. So you don't exhibit the character smoker to the people around you. So you can't say we are taking a product out of the system completely. Cigarette is still around, tobacco is still around, but you don't see them on TV. And probably the act of influencing people to go to the product may reduce. You can't get it 100% perfect, but however, it will control and somewhat not encourage so many or increase the population of people who are going to learn to become